Okay, welcome everybody to my third Let's Play pool video. I'm playing 9-ball against the Ghost again. 9-ball against the Ghost means I'm breaking a regular rack of 9-ball, and then after the break I get ball in hand and have to run out the table in one try. If I manage to do that, I get the point. If I don't, the Ghost gets the point, and this whole thing is played in a race to 7 in this case. Whoever gets first to 7 points wins the set. I recorded this just recently in the beginning of this year, and I was in Bangkok for this. As you can see, it looks a little bit different than in the videos that I did before. This is at Hustlers in Bangkok. It's a really good place. So if you're coming to Bangkok and you need a good place to practice, go there. They have a couple of Brunswick Metro tables and some pretty new Gold Crown 5. It's it's a good place, and I can recommend going there. I don't have the same camera angle like I usually have because it was not that easy to get a good spot to fix my camera, so we got to deal with this, but I think it's still possible to recognize everything that I'm doing there. Let's see how it goes this time. I haven't been too successful against the Ghost yet, so let's see what I can do today. I'm breaking from the side as always. The 1-ball is on the spot, so the wing ball, which is this red ball, the 3-ball, usually goes into the side pocket because I'm racking with this magic ball rack. It went down and I got a really nice position on the 1, so this is something that I would be happy to take from where the cue ball ended up, but since I have ball in hand, I of course take advantage of that. And nice little correction here. First I put the cue ball in a different spot, but I decided to go over the head rail because this way I enter the position zone for the 2-ball on a straight line instead of crossing it, which makes it easier to control after that. And I played very nice position on the 2, but I miss it, and the Ghost is up 1-0 very quickly. Played position for the 4-ball on the right side of the table, but you shouldn't miss balls when you want to win games. Very simple. The Brunswick Metro, especially when the table's a little bit, the cloth is a little bit older, they're pretty tight, the pockets. The pockets are not as deeply cut as on a diamond, for example. Before that I played on diamond tables. They also have tight pockets, but the cut is different. They're pretty deep, but they are parallel. The inner sides of the pockets are parallel. On a Metro table, they're very short. They're tight too, and the inner parts of the pocket are pretty short, but they have a different angle, so they rattle pretty easily, especially when you play shots along the rail and you don't play them precisely enough. So this is what happened to me here. Got another break. Cue ball is in a terrible spot if that was a regular game, but I have ball in hand, so I can place it wherever I like. This time I have almost the same situation, 1 to the 2, but this time I can play position for the middle pocket, which I am doing, and the 4-ball is right where my hand is right now, so that's where I'm playing position 2. I played a little bit of right hit English here to get it out of the rail again, and now I gotta push the cue ball into the side rail to get position on the 5-ball. And the rails here are slower than I'm used to, so I could have played this a little bit harder. Now I have pretty much angle, but I can roll this over 2 rails back to the center of the table. The 9-ball is covering the 6 a little bit, so I can't go too straight on the 6. This is a good position. Now I should be able to make it, run the table, but again I miss a pretty easy shot, and that was not even close. So Yeah, I'm lacking focus here. I remember playing. I didn't play for a while and was kind of rushing it a little bit. Sometimes that's good because you play very like in a flow, but sometimes you get messy and make easy mistakes. So I'm down 2-0, which isn't very good against the Ghost. There were 2 open racks which I should have made, and usually you get punished for easy mistakes by getting 1 or 2 racks in the match where it's really hard to run out. So I should really get it started now, or this could be over very, very quickly. Okay, the wing wall is down again, and I have ball in hand, as always. Now there's a huge distance to cover from the 1 to the 2, and there's 4 balls near the foot spot that are disturbing the path. So what I'm doing now is setting up an almost straight shot on the 1 and drawing it all the way back to the 2. It's very good if you're comfortable with draw shots, if you have a good technique, because then you have this option. So it was a very easy path actually, although there were all these blocking balls. Okay, now it's just rolling, negotiating the cue ball between the 8 and 9, and I got a very nice position on the 3 ball now. So from now, the rest of the rack should be pretty easy, but we've seen me miss before on pretty easy setups, so let's check. Okay, I got a little bit more angle than I wanted here on the 4 ball. I think the 5 doesn't go into the bottom left corner, so now I gotta move the cue ball towards the opposite side rail and back like this, and I use way too much English here, and I end up very lucky that I get position on the 4 to the side pocket. Actually, I wanted to play position for the bottom right, I think. Yeah, but okay, take it. Don't complain if things go differently than you wanted, but you're still all right. There's no need to complain. Just notice, maybe make an adjustment for the next time, but no need to get angry here. We're still shooting, so everything's fine. Now a straight shot on the 8, and I got nice position on the 9, so that should put me on the board finally. Yeah, there we go, and it's 1 to 2. That was important. Let's see how this whole thing turns out. In case you hear some background noise, oh yeah, first let me introduce my book to you. It's called Playing Pool: The Missing Manual. It's 20 chapters about things that every pool player should know. I think it's a really good book, so please check it out. You can find all the options where you can get it at playing-pool.com/book. You can get it on Amazon as an ebook and in a printed edition, and also you can read it for free at azbilliards.com, 1 chapter a week. They're publishing my book. Right now I think we're at chapter 14 or 15, so if you first want like a free sample, check out my book on AZ Billiards, and then if you want to have the whole thing, just order it at amazon.com. Yeah, what was I about to say before that? I don't remember. Well, I'll remember again. So the wing ball is down again. I think it was the wing ball. I didn't pay attention here. Now I just play a follow shot with a little bit of left-hand English to make the 2 ball in the side, and then I think I'm looking for a straight angle on the 4. Yeah, I'm trying to get a straight angle on the 4 to then just play a follow shot on the 4 to get position on the 5, but I didn't manage to do that. I still got an angle left. You can't see that in the video, but you can see it from where I'm checking my next position. So yeah, pretty well. It's not the easiest shot because I don't want to run into the 8 or the 9. Okay, that was pretty good. If I had a little bit less angle on the 5 now, I would follow it with the right hand spin to get behind the 6, play it in the bottom left corner, but I have a little bit too much angle for that, so I'm playing top left to roll into the 8 and 9 and get position on the 6 that way. That has a little bit of risk, but that was the only option I actually had. Okay, now I'm good. Now I can just play 2 rail, position on the 7, and now I'm doing the same thing on the 8, so like a stun shot with left hand English to go 2 rails for the 8, like this. And again, I have a nice angle to now play with a little bit of right hand English and follow to get position on the 9 in the same corner, pocket. There you go. And that should make it 2-2, 2-all. Yeah, I remember what I was about to say. If you hear any funny background noise here, I'm still in Thailand. I'm in Chiang Mai right now, in the north of Thailand, beautiful city. Unfortunately, there's no 9-foot American pool tables, but besides that, it is a nice city. But as you might know, Thailand is a pretty noisy country, like most countries in Southeast Asia, so there's always a motorbike passing, or I'm living above a coffee shop, so they're making coffee, or somebody's yelling in the hall or something. So if you hear anything, never mind. Oh, talking about sound, my first video the first commentary I did in English for my Let's Play Pool number 1, I had a different headset, pretty shitty microphone, so apologies for the sound quality. I got a new headset here, and still it's not like studio quality, but I think it's much better. You can understand me, so apologies for the first video, and from now on it's going to be much better. Okay, it's 2-2, and the wing ball's down again. 2, 4, 5, 8. Yes, one ball is down. Now the 2 ball is very low again. Yeah, you see I have 2 options. I can go where I'm pointing at right now, which would be perfect from the angle, but it's a very tiny position zone, so it's very risky that I hook myself on the 2. And now I got a pretty large position zone on the 2, which is easier to get to, but gives me a pretty thin cut on the 2. And I decide to play for this position because the other one is just too much of a gamble, and you shouldn't be afraid of a little bit harder shot to make. Now I got a very thin cut on the 2, but I can play natural position, 2 rails for the 3 in the same pocket, and the other position to play the cue ball between the 3 and the 9 would have just been too risky. So now I just have to make this shot, and the position will come naturally. Now I got a really nice angle on the 3. I can just play like a stun shot to push the cue ball out of the side rail and for position on the 4. So the hard part was done, but you can see it from my body language, my facial expression. I'm not really happy with this. Didn't push it enough. So now this is a very thin cut. You can't see it. The perspective, it looks easier than it is. It's really super thin. So first I have to make this really thin cut, and second I have to play position on the 5 ball, which is right between the cue ball and the 4. So this is like a gamble here. Yeah, and I missed the shot and I almost scratched, so that was again terrible, or just really bad mistake, because I played the 1 and the 2 were well played. I got all the problems figured out, and then I just played the 3 a little bit too quickly, didn't really focus on where I want to get it, and that's how you get out of line in 9 ball. And that's why 9 ball actually I think is such a brutal game, because you just can't blink when you think you got it all figured out, or let's put it another way, you need a lot of experience to know when do I have to focus 100% and on which shot can I maybe relax a little bit because everything goes easy. So that was just a sloppy try on the 3, which cost me another game. So it's 2-3. I'm trailing again. Yeah. All right. Again, lots of distance between the 1 and the 2, but shouldn't be too hard to get there. Yeah, just give me a nice little angle. Now I play follow with a little bit of left in English to come out of the rail. And I think, I'm not sure if I play position for the side pocket now. Yeah, that's what I tried, but again I forgot about the pretty slow rails, and I have to play the long shot along the rail for the top left pocket now. This is just about making the shot, because the cue ball will naturally travel to the left, and then I get position on the 4. Shouldn't be too. The position is not the problem here. I just have to make the shot. Pockets are pretty tight, as I said, so just make the shot, and I got nice position on the 4. Now it's just an easy draw shot on the 6, like this. Okay, that should be it. Now I got a slight angle, so the cue ball will naturally travel over to the 7. Now I got not that much of an angle, so I'm going to play a 2-rail position now with top right English. If I had more angle, I would just use 1 rail, just the top rail, but this is perfect. Got a nice speed here, and now I got an almost straight shot on the 9. Very nice. Okay, so that was not that difficult. It's 3-3. Yeah, the racks that I win look pretty nice, very easy. So that's what I said in the beginning. I was pretty relaxed, pretty quick, which looks nice when you make all the balls, but when you miss, usually it is because you're maybe a little bit too quick. Yeah. By the way, you might have noticed that there are these nice ladies working here. They're here for racking the balls, and like you order drinks with them, and they take their job pretty seriously. If they see you rack your own, they come running and try to do it for you. So this is their job. It's very convenient, very nice. They also come to take off the magic ball rack after the break, or if you're using the rest, the bridge, then they are going to take it from you like on TV. So that's a pretty nice thing. You have it all over Southeast Asia as far as I know, so in Thailand, but also in Vietnam, in China. I've seen it everywhere. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, we got a pretty open table again. But I think I did make a ball. Yeah, I did make a ball on the break, so it's 9 balls now. Pretty much traffic on the table. 1 ball in the side, 2 ball. I want a straight shot here. Looks like it's straight. Yeah, play a nice draw shot here. Now I got a very easy shot on the 3. Most difficult part is to get nice position. So what I'm trying now is play bottom right, glance off the side rail, and play the 4 ball in the same. Oh no, that's not. Yeah, that's the position I actually tried to achieve. Play the 4 ball in the same pocket, but I went for the 2 rail position and I hit the 4, which is a terrible thing to do. You always want to. You never want to touch other balls unless you can control what you're doing there. So I got very lucky here that I still got position on the 4 and get down to the 5. Didn't draw that enough. Now I have a very nasty angle on the 5. It's a difficult shot to make, and at the same time it's a very hard position on the 6 because the 6 is covered by the 8 and 9. And yeah, I'm trying to get to almost center table now, left half of the table, for a thin cut on the 6. I'm playing top left here, crossing the table, yeah, like this. A little bit too much of left-hand English, but this is almost where I want it to go. Got a very thin cut on the 6 here. So it's, again, a tough shot to make, and at the same time the position on the 7 will be pretty tricky. So cue ball will be very fast because it's a very thin cut on the 6. So that's actually the path of the cue ball that I wanted to take. Got pretty good position on the 7 here, but unfortunately I missed the 6. And as I mentioned before, it's very trivial thought, but it's true. You shouldn't miss balls if you want to run out the table. So I missed again, and I'm down 3-4 now. Yeah, 3-4. Nice wrecking lady is wrecking the balls for me. And yeah, as you can see, I'm just making too many mistakes here. I think when I'm playing against the Ghost, I'm playing worse than I usually do. I mean, it's very dangerous to say that, because very often we have this thought, usually I'm playing better, but we are actually not. But I know that I can do this better. I think it might be the camera distracting me, because I want to show that I can do this, and then I get I lose focus, and I'm trying to play. I'm more focused on the result, and on the result to have a nice video where I can show you what good of a pool player I am. And when you're focused on the result instead on the act of playing, usually you play worse. I just wrote a blog post about this. You can check it out on my website. Just let me quickly switch to the website to tell you the title of the blog post. Just recently published it. Yeah, well, I got I got a less angle on the 3 here than I want. The 4 ball doesn't go into the side pocket, so now I gotta force stun it with left-hand English into the side rail, and then the left-hand English will get a bit more speed into the ball. So now I have a nice position on the 4 again, but that's a risky shot. I told you that the pockets are very tight and nasty, so this was perfectly executed, otherwise it would have rattled in the pocket. Okay, so now it's 4, and then position on the 5, which is right in the side pocket here. Now I gotta play a very precise draw shot to get on the 6 without hooking myself behind the 7. Okay, so the blog post I was just talking about, it's called About Losing and Winning During a Set and Why It's Dumb. So I'm talking about, I had a reader asking me, hey, usually when I'm playing a set and when I'm winning the set, I lose focus, and when I'm losing the set, while I'm losing the set, sometimes I play better. So, and what I'm discussing is the concept of you shouldn't use these expressions, I am winning the set, while you are still playing, because the only way of winning or losing is looking at the result after the set is over, after the match is over. We can't win a set while we are playing it. We are maybe leading or we are trailing, but we're not winning. We have won after we have won. And it's basically the difference between playing or being focused on the result of playing, and we should always try to be focused on playing and not looking for results. And yeah, to get back to this video, usually when I'm playing for the video, I'm not playing this very often, so I am pretty tense trying to record a nice video, try to show you what I can do, and that makes me miss more shots than I should. But on the other side, it's a very good practice, because when you're playing in a tournament, maybe in the late stages of a tournament, people are watching you and you're in the same situation. Maybe there's even a camera or live stream or something, so you're in the same pressure situation that you want to not just win the thing, but show that you're a good player, that you deserve to be in the quarterfinals or whatever where you are. So although this is the third set that I'm playing against the Ghost where I don't look too good. This is at least it's practice playing under pressure, playing with a camera, playing with people watching me. Yeah. Okay, it's 5-3 for the Ghost now, and now I have a really tough situation after the break because the 2 and the 8 are tied, and I try to open them up here. I miss, and on top of that, I hook myself behind the 8, so now I gotta try something strange. That was just a desperate try to maybe let luck help me somehow, but yeah, didn't work. So it's 3-6, and the Ghost is on the hill already. These situations occur in every set that I'm playing against the Ghost. There's maybe 1 or 2 breaks where there's a very difficult cluster on the table, and these are actually not the racks that cost you the match, because these can happen, and I wouldn't expect myself to run out these racks. You can, if I made this first shot, opened up the 2 and the 8 and get a good position, that's fine, but you can't expect it. That's why it's so important to make the easier racks where everything is open, where maybe you solve the first 1 or 2 different situations, and then you have an open table. You have to run out because later in the set you will face 1 or 2 very difficult racks that you can't expect to win. So yeah, and now the same situation again. The 1 and the 6, they're not that difficult, but the 3 and the 4 are tied together, so I don't look too good in this set now, because yeah, now I need a good angle on the 2 to open up the 3 and the 4. Now it looks to me that there would have been another option, trying to maybe play the 3 into the right side pocket, but would be very hard to get position there. So I got myself a nice angle on the 2 here to open up the 3 and the 4. I wanna hit the 3 and the 4 right between those 2 balls. So I don't have too much distance between the 3 and the 4, and unfortunately I don't manage to do that. I hit the 4 ball, and the cue ball travels all the way down to the table. Now I get a really difficult long shot on the 3. This is not what you want to face when your opponent is on the hill, and yeah, just try to make it, and it's not too bad, but unfortunately I miss. So this is over already. That was a very short race. I looked all right up to 3-3, although I already missed 1 or 2 not too difficult shots, and this is what happens then. You lose 7-3, so I can just make it better next time. Next time I will also try to get a little bit better angle on the table, so you have a better quality, and there's not so many other things going on in the background. I hope the sound was good this time. I'm pretty sure it was. I hope you could learn something from this, what I was explaining here. Yeah, if you like what I'm doing here, you should check out my website, which is www.playing-pool.com. Check out my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/playingpoolcom without any dots or dashes. Like and comment this video on YouTube. That would be very nice. Let me know what you think about it. Let me maybe know if you want to see something else. Go to my website and subscribe to my newsletter, so you will always get updates about new blog posts or new videos that I've done. And of course, I'd like you to check out my book, Playing Pool, the Missing Manual. You can find it on my website at playing-pool.com/book, or on Amazon, or on AZ Billiards for free. And if you read my book and you like it, I would also be very happy if you left a review on Amazon. Okay, thank you for watching, and